coldest, driest desert on Earth, a glacier bleeds. Deep in the barren McMurdo Dry Valleys of Antarctica, a river of blood-red water seeps from the Taylor Glacier, winding its way into Lake Bonny. It's a sight so alien, so shocking, that it feels as though it belongs on another planet. Well, this is Blood Falls, a place where ice appears alive, where chemistry, geology, and life converge in ways that challenge everything we think and know about the limits of survival. Welcome to the Tilted Planet podcast, where we share journeys, stories, and a little wonder from around the world. I'm Jack, your host, and today we're venturing into one of Earth's most surreal and haunting landscapes. We'll explore the science behind the red brine, meet the microbes that survive in this extreme environment, and hear the stories of the explorers and scientists who first discovered this wonder. Blood Falls remind us that life can endure in the harshest, most isolated places, and that Earth still holds secrets that are mysterious as they are extraordinary. The story of Blood Falls begins over a century ago in 1911, when Australian geologist Griffith Taylor first noticed a strange red streak flowing from the Taylor Glacier. At the time, Antarctica had already earned a reputation as a frozen wasteland, inhospitable to most life. Yet, here was something that seemed almost alive. The red streak stood out dramatically, as you can imagine, against the vast white and gray ice. Early explorers and scientists could hardly believe what they were seeing. Some speculated it was algae, while others feared more ominous explanations. Perhaps the glacier itself was bleeding, or some hidden catastrophe had tainted the ice itself. Journal entries from the time are filled with awe, uncertainty, and wonder. Taylor himself described the scene with both fascination and disbelief, highlighting just how alien the McMurdo Dry Valleys even appeared. For decades, Blood Falls remained a curiosity, glimpsed only by those brave enough to traverse the remote valleys. The extreme isolation, bitter cold, and harsh terrain meant that only the most determined expeditions could even approach it. Supplies were limited, travel was of course treacherous, and every step in the icy desert required very careful planning. Yet, even in those early encounters, Blood Falls sparked imaginations. It wasn't a scientific anomaly, it was a place that seemed to pulse with hidden life, a visual paradox in a desert where life appeared nearly impossible. The reason Blood Falls appears to bleed lies deep beneath the glacier, in pockets of iron, or rich brine trapped for nearly 2 million years to be exact. These brines are sealed off beneath layers of ice and rock, completely isolated from sunlight and oxygen. Over millennia, the pressure from the ice slowly pushes the brine towards the surface, forcing it through the fissures in the glacier. When the iron-rich water reaches the air, the iron oxidizes, effectively rusting in place and staining the ice a vivid crimson color. In certain light, the streaks glow like molten scarlet. In others, they appear dark, almost maroon, against the surrounding white ice. The effect is both subtle and quite dramatic, creating the visual impression that the glacier itself is bleeding from a wound. The brine is highly saline, about 3 times saltier than seawater itself, which prevents it from freezing, even in sub-zero temperatures and conditions. This means the red water flows slowly across the glacier year-round, unaffected by the bitter cold of the Antarctic winter. Beyond its striking color, the brine serves as a natural time capsule as well. Because trapped beneath the ice, it has preserved chemical and biological signatures for millions of years. This offers scientists a rare glimpse into Earth's distant past. It's both a geological marvel and a chemical wonder, an isolated, extreme environment unlike almost anything else on Earth. Some researchers have described the brine as a frozen laboratory, because it holds clues to Earth's history that would otherwise be lost. By studying the composition of the brine, scientists can track changes in the atmosphere, the presence of ancient microorganisms, and even the movement of the glacier over millennia. It's a place where time has been paused, and allowing us to look back at the Earth in a state untouched by modern human influence. Blood Falls isn't just a chemical spectacle, it is also home to life. In 2009, researchers studying the glacier actually discovered microbial organisms thriving in the iron-rich brine. These microbes survive without sunlight, without oxygen, and in near freezing temperatures at that. Instead of photosynthesis, they rely on chemosynthesis, extracting energy from chemical reactions involving iron and sulfur. This discovery was groundbreaking. It demonstrated that life can endure in extreme isolation, surviving for millions of years in conditions that were previously considered uninhabitable and completely impossible to exist. The microbes of blood falls are a living testament to the resilience and the adaptability of life. These microorganisms are tiny, invisible to the naked eye, yet they shape the chemical environment around them, quite dramatically in this case. They actually help maintain the brine's unique composition, producing gases and compounds that slowly interact with the surrounding ice and rock. In a way, they are both caretakers and inhabitants of a microcosm that has existed entirely apart from the rest of the world. Their existence also holds implications far beyond Antarctica. Scientists studying these extremophiles, as they're called, consider them analogs for potential life on other planets or moons, such as Mars or Europa. If life can survive in the subglacial brine of Antarctica, could similar organisms exist beneath the ice of another world? Maybe. Blood Falls offers a tantalizing glimpse into the possibilities of life in conditions vastly different from our own. Blood Falls actually lies within the McMurdo Dry Valleys, as I've previously mentioned, the largest ice-free region in Antarctica, actually. The valleys are a desert in every sense of the word. Nearly no precipitation falls here. Some areas have remained dry for nearly 2 million years, and temperatures routinely plummet far below freezing. Winds howl across barren rock, and the landscape stretches in endless shades of white, gray, and brown. Amidst this stark, desolate environment, the red streaks of Blood Falls stand out as an almost supernatural anomaly. They bring color to a landscape otherwise dominated by muted tones, creating a visual contrast that is both beautiful and quite eerie, as you can imagine. The dry valleys are often described as Earth's closest analog to the Martian surface. Rocky plains stretch for miles with occasional frozen lakes and scattered glaciers. Salt deposits glint in the rare sunlight, and the wind carves shapes into the exposed rock that feel almost sculpted by some alien hand. For scientists working here, every step is an exercise in vigilance, and the combination of cold, isolation, and unpredictable terrain means that a small mistake could be quite dangerous, or even deadly. Scientists often compare the dry valleys to the surface of Mars. It is one of the most Mars-like environments on Earth, making Blood Falls an invaluable natural laboratory. Here, researchers can study extreme conditions, microbial survival, and chemical processes that may actually mirror extraterrestrial environments. It's a place where the ordinary laws of ecology and life are tested to their very limits, yet nature continues to persist in astonishing ways. Now, unlike other extraordinary places on Earth, Antarctica doesn't have indigenous folklore or local myths, as you could probably imagine. Yet it has inspired imagination in a different kind of way, through the eyes of explorers, scientists, and those who encounter it. Early explorers saw it as a wound in the planet, a scar marking some hidden force or secret within the ice. Their journals capture feelings of awe, fear, and wonder, reflecting the alien quality of the landscape. In modern times, Blood Falls has appeared in photographs, documentaries, and articles, often described as otherworldly, cinematic, or even surreal. Its dramatic color and isolated setting make it feel like a place out of a science fiction novel, as if it were a landscape that was painted for an alien world, not for here. For listeners, Blood Falls is the kind of place that challenges our sense of reality and reminds us that Earth is far stranger than we often imagine. Some scientists recount the difficulty of actually reaching Blood Falls even today. Teams must haul heavy equipment across miles of ice and rock, endure sub-zero temperatures for extended periods of time, howling winds, and often months of isolation. The logistical challenges add quite a layer of narrative drama. The landscape is not only extreme, it demands respect. These human stories of perseverance highlight the dedication required to study one of the most isolated corners of this planet. Today, Blood Falls is studied primarily by scientists. Extracting samples requires very careful planning, and access to the harshest conditions on Earth are limited, obviously. Researchers analyzed the brine, the microbes, and the subglacial chemical processes to better understand extreme life and how it works, how it copes, and keeps on going in the most extreme conditions. Modern studies have confirmed the brine continues to flow literally year-round, slowly reshaping the ice and leaving mineral deposits behind. Each drip carries both chemical and biological signatures that offer insight into conditions that have persisted for millions of years. The research also informs broader scientific questions, such as how life can endure isolation, the effects of extreme environments on chemical and microbial processes, and the potential for life well beyond our planet in different conditions. Blood Falls reminds us that even in places that appear barren or lifeless, there is complexity, resilience, and an extraordinary capacity for survival. Blood Falls is a reminder that extraordinary often hides in the most unlikely places. From deserts where sand shifts beneath your feet to glaciers that bleed crimson, Earth is full of secrets waiting to be discovered. It humbles us, inspires us, and invites us to imagine the possibilities of life in conditions vastly different from our own. Standing in the McMurdo Dry Valleys, looking at the red streaks winding through ice and stone, you can't help but feel a sense of awe. The planet continues to surprise us over and over again, revealing worlds that are as alien as they are real. Join me next time on the Tilted Planet podcast as we journey into the glowing mystery of bioluminescence, where living light illuminates the oceans, forests, and caves of our world. Until then, keep exploring, keep wondering, and tilt your perspective. And if you enjoyed today's episode, please leave a like or a comment. And if you'd like to support the show, you can even buy me a coffee using the link in the description.